Hi everybody, sorry about my voice. I'm getting over a pretty nasty cold, so it's a little scratchy. Sorry if it's hard to hear. My favorite poem from What My Mother Doesn't Know is on page 142, called I'd Pictured It Before. Where it would happen, whose hand it would be, how it would feel, but never like this. Never waiting on the corner for my mother to pick me up after a school dance, the last of my girlfriends already gone, standing next to a couple of 10th grade boys I've seen around school, them joking with each other, guzzling beer, me wishing my mother wasn't always so late. I never thought it would happen this way. With the guy standing closest to me suddenly bursting out laughing and grabbing my breasts with his slimy paws, squeezing them for a split second that seems to last forever. I never once envisioned the de-virginization of my breasts happening like this, with the guy and his scumbag buddy slapping 5 afterwards, as though they'd just done something to be proud of. The two of them snickering and nudging each other, the one who did it whispering, "I told you they were real, you owe me $5. I never imagined myself just standing there with this huge lump in my throat, feeling so mad that steam would practically be blasting out of my ears. I'd never pictured my hand morphing into a fist, or the fist swinging out to sock his jaw. I never knew how great it would feel to slam my knuckles into his chin, how satisfying it would be to smash my foot into his friend's knee, how good it would be to watch them backing away from me wide-eyed, stumbling before they turned and ran. And I never expected that when my mother pulled up a second later and I leapt into the car, that I'd be feeling like slapping 5 with her and shouting out, "Yes!" This is another book I found that I really enjoyed. It's called Blue Lipstick, and it's a book of concrete poems. This book is a response of a bigger sister to another book of concrete poems by the same author, and she's responding to her brother. So some of them have a tone about her brother. And this one here, it's called Allergic to Time, and it's sort of one of the ones where she actually likes her brother. I got a watch for my birthday. It was silver and it had cool numbers. I wore it for a week, then it suddenly died. The guy at the repair shop said, "Some people just give off a chemical that stops watches." After that, my alarm clock started acting weird. It refused to buzz, so Dad had to get me up for school. Then 3 days ago, Mom got me a pendant watch. It's beautiful, with little zirconium bits to mark the hours. But yesterday I felt the strange itch, and when I went to the girls' room, I saw that I had a rash right under the pendant. I took it off, and washed the spot. So I totally missed the school bus and got a big lecture from my parents about responsibility and taking charge of my life. But then Robert said, "Geez, give her a break. It's not like she can help it." And Dad said, "What do you mean, Robert?" in that official parent sort of voice. And Robert said, "Don't you get it? Time hates Jessie. She'll never be on time. She'll always be late. It's just the way she is. It's like she has an allergy." There was a long silence while everybody thought about this. Finally Dad said, "Well, that's a good point, Robert. But Jessie, at least make an effort in the future." And I will. I will also try to do something nice, but not obviously nice, for my not always stupid younger brother. And another one that I liked from this book, which is especially funny, it might be difficult to see there, but it's about the pep rally, and you can see how she describes these people in the pet squad. Right there. There's their head, and it says air. And there's their chest area, and it says boobs. And then right here on their waist, it says ridiculously tiny waist. And then for their little cheer skirt, it says stupid little skirt, stupid little skirt. You know, true or not, this is her opinion. And the poem is very short. It says, "Why do they force us to come to these stupid pep rallies? I don't want to be here. I'm not feeling peppy, and the pep rally isn't helping. These things are only set up so that the cheerleaders can show off and all the boys can drool over them, especially Andrea Herkheimer. I don't actually hate Andrea since we've never spoken, but if we ever did speak, I would hate her." Another book I really liked was, it's called Tough Boy Sonatas, and it's got beautiful, beautiful illustrations in it. It's about teenage boys in Gary, Indiana, and my favorite is this one. It's called A Gary Poem, Chocolate City. "Oh city, city of misfortune, city of layoff industry, city with adult children on abandoned playgrounds, pregnant city with no father. I sleep in your belly. I find comfort in your uncomfortable posture. Roach-like, I am everywhere, especially underbelly, of city dwellers desperate to dream. You raised me with industrial hands, a double shifter for the mullah, and you shaped me a criminal eager to steal that which is substance. I am one of your tenement babies, an adolescent dressed in disillusion, a stranger infused in Steel City home. Is a ghost town more than the people in it? You turn your head. Broadway doesn't illuminate its fine lights or blink its brilliance anymore. Green air, factory air, a musty funk mixed with the spit from the lot behind the mill. The morning bus exhausts tailgates up Fifth Avenue, evaporates towards Marielville and Crown Point. Your songs rotating white walls over railroad tracks. I gnash teeth when the South Shore flashes by, orange and chrome with groggy commuters, buzzing from Miller to Chicago. O city, you are a scepter for change. The sun's golden smile is held off premises. Cracked sidewalks embroidered with weeds, wild children, green crabgrass citizens poking out from reconstruction, rebuilding, the suture-splitting revelation that the sweet, snug grip about Gary's neck is the tight hand of corporation, lucrative with strange holds on tired folks relieved of all breath. The last two poems I'm going to read are from this book called Keesha's House by Helen Frost. This book is similar to Bronx Masquerade in that it's of 7 students telling their stories. And these are all stories of students that need a place to go, some to stay, some just to hang out, that's safe from their parent situation, their home life situation. And the house is owned by a man named Joe, but it starts to become known as Keesha's house because she's the student out finding other students like her that need a place to go. And this particular poem is told from Joe's point of view, and it's called Keesha's House. It used to be when kids showed up, they'd say, "I'm looking for Joe's house. Somebody sent me here and said to ask you for a place to stay tonight." They'd stay a week, a month, a year. It's still like that, except now they look at me like, "Where'd you come from? Ain't this Keesha's house?" I go get Keesha, and I watch while she checks out the situation, thinks what couch or bed we got. Time and again she makes the right decision. She helps so many kids. The way she holds her head up, my heart breaks. Ain't nobody thinking about what Keesha needs. I love this girl whatever way I can. Too young to be her father, too old to be her man. And one of the students that doesn't end up living at Keesha's house, but goes there to sort of stay sober when she decides to not drink anymore after she gets out of juvie for a DUI. It's called One Step Higher. The student's name is Carmen. 3 months now on this mountain. I can climb it step by step. I say no to a drink. I'm one step higher. I stop and think before I head out to party. Fine with me if they stop asking. Old friends of mine say I ain't fun no more. Used to sink into a funk about that. Now I hardly blink. Dante still comes by a lot. He's trying to stay clear of trouble too. He knows some kids at Keesha's house on Jackson Street, and none of them is into drinking. Friday nights he heads down there, and lately I go too. I made one good decision 3 months back. It spreads its light ahead of me, and I walk on. Well, I hope you liked my poems, and I'll see you guys later.